call from him last night. We are holding an emergency meeting today, and we need all of the social workers to be present and assist in this matter. It is urgent and it is very important, and we will need your full undivided attention. So feel free to take any notes. These are your folders to reference right on what you need to do on. And Liz, you may begin.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning.
The case we're discussing today is very, very important for us. It has to do with a celebrity and his children. Needless to say, we must approach this with extreme caution. We cannot repeat our previous mistakes. Because of the severity of the case, we will only refer to the kids as Justin and baby Joseph. Please, please, please take your time. However, we only have 30 minutes to come up with a decision on the best solution for the children. To begin, I want to introduce you to the case. The case was processed by Officer Guzman, who's standing right over there. Officer Guzman, would you mind starting over and introduce us to your case?
Yes. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
All right. So good morning again. My name is Officer Guzman. I've been in the service for over 8 years. For the last year, I have been working undercover on a mission to identify and stop drug cartels that use our streets to sell and transport drugs. Last month, my superiors made the call to bust one of the trap houses in the Calabasas highway area. Inside the house, property of the rapper, we found 2 minors along with the rapper who was very disturbed by the raid. The pictures are evidence of the condition in which these kids were living. The pictures also show the drugs and money we found on the premise. They have a value of over $3 million in the black market. And then I will show you the body cam of what I captured that day. So.
As everyone can see, the video of the body camera shows the dangerous environment these children were in. Before we move on, does anybody have any questions for Officer Guzman?
How many people was involved in this case?
Roughly around like 8 to 10 people with all the officers. I mean, we had the rapper and then we had the kids, but the people that came into action, I was the main person. With the other deputies, it was roughly around 5, like I would say 5 to 8 people.
And how many kids were there?
There's 2.
Was there a mother present?
There was not. Actually, the mother, she's in jail.
Oh.
So there's only,
Were there any casualties?
no, there was not.
Anybody else before we move on? Okay. The next piece of evidence comes from the psych evaluation performed by Dr. Castellano. Please turn your attention.
Hi, buddy. What's your name?
Hi, I'm Justin.
Hi, Kristen. I'm Dr. Castellanos. I have some crayons and paper for you. Do you like to draw?
I like to draw, but my dad says it's not
about your dad?
I'm hungry.
I'll give you sleep. You need to tell me.
I'm hungry. I don't know. I'm hungry.
You need to tell me who the bad man is, Justin.
I don't know who the bad man is.
Here's your soup.
I hate soup. I don't want soup.
Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Castellanos. If you can open your folders, you'll find a sheet that looks exactly like this. So in this sheet, I will show you some pictures and I want you to circle the parts in the body that you see in the scene that have injuries. So if you have pencils, take them out. Does anyone have pencils? I can pass out for you. Yeah, you don't pass out now. Take one, pass it. So does everyone have something to write with? So I'm gonna show you some pictures and I just want you to go around and circle what you see here, to circle it on your paper. So this is evidence of photos that were taken from Justin, which is the child in this case. We're not showing baby Joseph due to the pictures are very severe. So it's very disturbing to the eye to see the injuries on a baby. So we're doing Justin. The other page that is in your folder is of the baby. So that one's already pre-filled for you. So you can get an idea of how you should be filling out the one that's empty. So this is the first photo taken. This one's the second one. So as I'm going through, you can just circle the body and show what it is. Then there's this one. And we have this one. So these photos, as you can see, are very graphic. Does anyone want me to go back or we're good? So as I previously said, the photos for baby Joseph, we can't show them because they're very severe and he is a baby. So it's not pleasing to the eye to see those photos. Does anyone have any questions? No questions?
What's happening to the kid?
What?
What's happening to the kid? Where is he?
So these are the pictures we got. We asked him what had happened to him and he has no response. He
No.
chooses not to say anything.
So he's back with his parents.
At the moment, no.
Where is he?
We have him here.
Okay.
The pictures that you guys saw are from Justin. The ones that we're not showing are marked on the other chart. And those are of the baby, who is approximately 6 to 8 months. He's obviously incapable of telling us if he's been abused or not. That's why the markings are there on the folder. Yeah.
Are both of the children being kept together?
At the moment,
No.
no.
Where are they separated?
They are in the same facility, but in separate rooms.
Okay.
Yes.
I do have one more question about what the police officer said, or what somebody said. The child said that his father was shot. Is he deceased or is he in prison? Where is the father right now?
He's actually being withheld in a county jail until this case proceeds.
Okay.
So he's going to, before the court ends up granting him some type of like bail, so he can, temporary bail, we have to submit this information.
Okay.
Now, I must remind you that the psych evaluation was a drawing of the kid. We have no evidence that the father was shot, but we assume that because of the illegal activity he is connected to, the kid might have witnessed something
Okay.
related to it.
So was he at the scene during the time when the police raided the house?
Yes, the kids
Okay.
were removed in the same process of raiding. Okay, so as you guys have seen, these are everything that these kids have gone through. And we have to move on. We have to make a decision for them. Now, in order to move on and circling back to the whole, what do we have? Our evidence. We have to come to a 95% majority vote in order to move on. At around 10 a.m., we have to give a statement to the media because they have already found out. And we want to avoid, as I said at the beginning, our previous mistakes. So saying that one of our options is to remove kids from the home and send them into foster care. Our other option is to find family relatives that will take care of the kids. Our options are as follows. The grandmother, who's 80 years old, she lives by herself in San Diego. Can you go to the next? Thank you very much. The uncle, who's 50 years old, he's single, but he does have a criminal record. He's been busted for possession of illegal drugs and narcotics in 2009. And the aunt, 45 years old, who's divorced. She has 3 kids of her own, 2 boys and 1 girl, between the ages of 6 and 14.
Alrighty, so now that we've reviewed one possibility, which is for them to go with a family member, it comes down to really 3 options that are up here. So the first one is, should we give temporary custody of the kids to one of the relatives, which we just saw which relatives are available for them to go with. Option 2, should we remove them from their home and find a temporary foster care until further notice? So that's more investigating. It could be from like 6 months to a year, possible couple years. It just depends on the case. But they're going to be in the foster care system for some time. So that's another option. And then number 3, should we allow them to remain with their father while assigning a social worker once a week and provide welfare checks for 6 months until he's cleared? And it's really up to you guys what you want to decide to vote for. But we're going to be passing around these, and you guys can write down which option, 1, 2, or 3, you guys think most will be the best option for these children. And after, we will do a count, and then we'll decide from there. So
Needless to say, I want to remind you guys that we want to avoid further trauma for these children. Yes, sir?
I have a question. So for the first one, when you want to give them to a relative, the only question I have for the aunt is, what is her job and her annual income? For me to
she's
know.
retired.
She's retired?
Yeah.
So, but does she get like a pension or a 401k or anything?
We have to actually look further into that, but I'm pretty sure she's on like some type of social security right now. Hopefully.
So she's
She's in a
stable?
good,
Okay.
stable type of environment.
Now, she already has 3 kids of her own. Can we really give her another one?
Yes.
Well, I feel like yeah, but I also feel like when you remove kids and you give them to another family member, don't the state or somebody help them out with money, like a check?
Yeah, but
Usually.
we want to keep in mind that we're more focused on what's gonna be
No,
best for the children, and even if they do receive help, that they're not, the people that they end up with are not trying to just do it for the money.
No, yeah,
but
because he was saying that like if he's financially stable, I'm saying
Oh, yeah.
she would be
She would
financially
be.
stable because usually they'll get paid to take over kids.
Now, in order for them to receive aid, they must become foster parents to the children. And that's also,
lot
as you
of
mentioned earlier, about a year of training in
Yes.
order for them to get approved. Now, if you guys do decide to send them to a family relative, you must remember that the foster caring process is long, and the kids will have to remain in a state facility until that happens.
Did all the relatives agree to want the children?
These are the known relatives that we know about. We have not contacted them to ask them if they want to take the children. That's what we're here for, to come up with a decision, and after that, we will move forward.
keep in mind, this just happened yesterday, which is why she called the emergency meeting today for us to decide, because we don't wanna make the same mistakes that happened last year with the other cases, going viral in the news, and we ended up getting bad rapport from it. So we wanna avoid, we wanna actually make the best decision and be on top of it now before it hits the media, and then chaos just occurs, because this guy does have a lot of money and a lot of, connections with the media as well.
Any other questions before we move on? Okay, so please pass on the box and submit your vote on whatever decision you come
I'm
up with.
so passionate about it. This kills my life. Tom?
Parents are code.
No, I just read a book about someone that went through it. And like his the child's fault.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
That's what needs to happen. If you're a foster care, they get separated.
Exactly.
But I think if they get custody of the aunt, they'll be together.
But I would like want to further question the mom, you know, saying like, are you capable of taking care of another child? Like mentally, like psychologically. Yeah. But they haven't even asked the question yet, so that's why I was asking the
My
question.
mom had 9 kids, so my mom was able to take care of all her kids, so what are you talking about?
Yeah, my mom was a sibling of 6 kids.
Yeah. I feel like she's capable of doing it. It's not about the money, it's about keeping them together.
So, we're gonna take about a minute or two to count the votes, and then we will get back to you guys and let you know what decision we will go with for right now. Okay, all right, and I will say that, together, we will give everybody the option. So, count of 3, 1, 2, 3, and scene.
Dang.
Darn.